Okay, what is up everybody, and today we're back again with another video, and I gotta admit something. The way we're starting this video right now is a little bit on the wrong side, but what was supposed to be showing here was, well, me starting off on the map, going around and trying to unlock the Hyperion scope, but OBS sadly disconnected my mic without telling me. So none of my audio was recorded. The gameplay was recorded, and you're seeing a little bit of that right now, some of the kills we got, so you understand how we got the hunting pressure, how we got the weapon score, how we got the rifle score, basically is what I'm saying, how we got the XP. We are now currently standing at level 5 at 4,991 XP, and we are currently at, let me have a quick check, we are currently at 912 rifle score. So we just managed to unlock the Hyperion scope, which is the next better rifle scope that we can get. I will show that in a second once you guys just see what was supposed to be hunted last video, and I figured something new out. We have to test a theory today if this also works with the mallards, but rabbits, even if you don't shoot them with the right weapon, you can shoot them with the free ammo that you get, which is the 243 soft point bullets, and you will still get around about 27.5 on average rifle score, and anywhere between 100 to 180 XP per rabbit. So what I just ended up doing was I basically just waited for the rabbits to go to their drink zone. I shot one or two of them if I could. Then I waited maybe another 2 or 3 minutes, waited until I came back and just shot a couple more because I didn't have any zones around there that I would be deleting. I am sorry that this footage or like my audio isn't there, but we also unlocked a little bit more of the map. We didn't get quite as far as I had planned, so we're gonna travel the rest of the distance in this video. But let me show you guys what we basically did on the map here now that you've seen most of the kills. So we started down here at this outpost down here at the Renaki outpost. We kind of went up here, killed a couple of rabbits over here, got another rabbit over here, got some white-tailed deer over here, and then we basically just rinsed and repeat the whole thing with the rabbits all the way up here. I didn't show all of them. We unlocked this outpost right here and this lookout tower up there. Travel to this outpost. We skipped this one over here just because I don't really see a use for it at this point right now. But obviously do get it on your own map because you don't know if you might have really good whitetail zones here or moose zones or whatever you're hunting. Now obviously we also leveled up, so I'd quickly also explain the difference between the breath control perk and the steady hands. We ended up going for level 1 breath control just because in the end effect this is going to be a little bit more important at the beginning because it means you can hold your breath longer. You need less time in between. You can hold your breath again, so there's less of a penalty for holding your breath at the wrong time. So it basically says it here. It's divided up into 3 levels. Level 1 is decreased heart rate penalty from exhaling, which reduces the cooldown until your breath can be held again. And that is basically what we have now. Now level 2, if we got another perk point and invested into this, we would get increased duration before you need to exhale when holding your breath. And level 3, decreased aim wobble while holding your breath. All very important things. We could have also gone with steady hands, which just increases the wobble when you were aiming down your scope. But what we first of all want to get, so we're not going to get either of these next, we are going to get the zeroing perk next. And the reason for that is because it unlocks the 75 to 150 zeroing distance, and then at level 2 it unlocks the 300 meter zeroing distance, which is going to be very important for making sure we always aim at the right spot. In terms of skills, we further managed to move on in tier 1 to the ambusher skill points, and we basically now have spotting knowledge level 1, which means that we can see the approximate health of an animal when spotting it. I did show this with a bear who was stuck in a tree, so let me quickly just show you guys that clip. So what I basically did, I shot him. He was stuck in the tree, so he couldn't run any further, but you can see that his health is starting to drop, going from 75 to 50. Well, it starts at 75 to 100, then 50 to 75, then 25 to 50, and then 0 to 25, and then at one point they're just going to die. Now, sometimes even if you have an animal at 0 to 25, it doesn't always mean that they're guaranteed to die. So if you maybe got a moose with a 243 soft point bullet, but didn't hit anything vital or anything good, they will survive. And once you reset the time and reload your game, they're going to be back at 75 to 100 health, but you can be tracking those guys for ages. Now, having that being said, now let me show you guys what the Hyperion scope looks like. And I mean, it's 10 times better than what we had before. I mean, let me just equip the other one on the other weapon just as comparison, because I feel like this is night and day and is gonna make some of you guys so much happier. So this is the new one, Hyperion scope. Let's just stay here and look how nicely zoomed in we are in that. Now let's switch over to our original one, and I mean, if you cannot see this a change, you're lucky. But for me, this is a huge change. We still have one more to go, but what our next goal now is going to be, I'm not going to do it in this video. This video we're just going to go on a little bit of a hunt, and I'm going to show you guys some little tips and tricks that I have. But our next goal is to get the 7mm, and then our path after that is going to be to basically try and just unlock a little bit more, get some more gear, level up a little bit more, and then we're going to start to go on the different reserves. Now, this is where you guys can get involved. If you have any reserve that you really want me to go on and do a mini 3-part series on, let me know, because then that's going to be the first reserve that we're going to be going on. The only one I'm just going to do a 1-part on is Hirschfelden, just because I don't know enough about the map and the content would just be too rushed and not full of energy like I want my videos to be. So I will just show you the basic guides and the basic animal placement on that map, and then we're just going to move on from that map and go to one of the other ones. All the other maps I'm going to try and do a couple of episodes on to try and cover the basics of those maps and get you on a good start. But I just wanted to say that real quick here at the beginning, so you guys can comment that down below to let me know if you have any requests for that. But for today's video, we're just going to go on a little bit of a hunt, and I'm going to show you guys some neat little tricks that you can use and that we used in last videos, but I just couldn't show you guys because obviously the audio was gone. But let's go for this now and see what we can find. Maybe. Ooh, we've got a nice... Ooh, he's fleeing. Okay, never mind. I thought we had a nice moose out there, but is he gonna stay broadside like that for us? I mean, think actually there's a bush in a way. I was gonna try and take the shot, but that's him over there. I don't know if he's facing us or not, but I'm gonna give it a shot. Maybe we can connect on something there, but I don't think we did. I think we shot him probably in the intestines or something like that, but even then I think he should still go down. I'm pretty confident that we can see the health drop now. So okay, he's still at 75 to 100, so we didn't get anything good. So let's just try and get one more in there. But if you didn't see where that health drop was at the top, it's in the top right, where it also says moose in that yellow kind of bar area. That's where you'll see the animal health, and we apparently spooked it out of a rest zone, so let's try and get that as well, just so we know next time when we come down here that we don't accidentally spook one of those guys again. But now that we know that, let me go track him down. And we shot something else, so we didn't actually shoot our male when he was back here, but if there's hunting pressure here, I'm gonna go track that as well. But for now, I think we should only worry about the male moose, because is that our male moose? And he's still not going down. He's still at 75 to 100, but let's see if that will do anything. And okay, that was a bad follow-up shot, but I think we should have got something at least with that first shot. But let me go ahead, track him down. And oh, is that... Oh, we have a an 8 mythical coyote out there. That is really good. And why do I still have a terrible scope on here? But I hope we got a good shot on that guy, but he's not going to be anything too great anyways. But let's just have a look. Yeah, he didn't go down yet. He will eventually go down, because I mean, we hit something decent and they are pretty small. And it feels like sometimes they're like made out of paper, so they should go down, let's say like that. But he would have only been a nice gold anyway, and we've got a ton of deer coming out here back here, and we've got a nice whitetail over there. So let's see if we can smoke. Of course he's gonna turn right as I want to shoot him, and I am really changing out the scope. Like I said, I hate this beginner scope. Like, this is just so much nicer, and you just can be so much more accurate. But I mean, I feel like I'm rambling on a little bit here, but let me go track down everything we just shot here, and then I'll come back in just a second. Here is our 8 mythical, and let's have a look what he would have scored. He would have been a 54.3, and he would have needed a 56.8 to be anything special, but still, we aimed a little bit too low, so we didn't lead him too little, but still, it's nice rifle score, 29.17 and 180 XP, so very good in getting us towards that 7mm, which is gonna be our goal in the next episode. I might do a little bit of grinding off camera just so that we can unlock it in the next video, but it all depends how much we can get done in today's video. Now, something I want to quickly talk about is animal levels. So an animal level, or every animal basically, has a max level that it can reach, and it is very dependent on what animal that is. For example, whitetail deer, rabbits, and mallards, their max level is level 3. For moose and black-tailed deer and roseback elk, their max level is level 5, and for all the rest, so black bear, coyotes, I think that's the only other ones on this map, their max level is level 9, so they all the way go up to level 9, which would be a 9 legendary. But okay, we got some nice white-tailed deer back there. I'm just saying that right now because I think we missed the other one, and our moose back here, he didn't die, so I am pretty curious if we can get him from back here with the 243. I'm pretty confident we should be able to, but no guarantees. Let's look. Is anything gonna go down there? It was almost a 300-meter shot, and we were zeroed in for, I think you're zeroed in for 100 at the beginning, so might have aimed a little bit too low, but I'm pretty sure we should have hit something. But what I was saying is, these max levels kind of correspond to the medals that an animal can get. You saw that I just looked what score they needed for diamond, and diamond is essentially the best thing you can get from most animals. There's a little bit of an exception with the white-tailed deer, but that is like a very, very rare chance. And if you do find that, a level 10 white-tailed deer, make sure you hit your shot, you hit along, you use the right weapon, because that thing is really, really rare. It's called a great one or a fabled animal, and what that essentially means is it's a very non-typical white-tailed deer, so it has a ton more tines. You won't even have to like highlight it or spot it to know what it is. It looks just insane. But for all other animals, you basically have bronze, well, none, bronze, silver, gold, and diamond. Diamond being the highest, gold coming next, down below that is silver, and then bronze to none. And all animals, they have a score. As you saw, for a coyote, we needed 56.8 for diamond. You need something else for gold, something else for silver, and that all is dependent on an animal, depending on its level, its weight, and its rack. So whatever, if they have, like for white-tailed deer, you kind of want the first, you want like a tall rack, and that's kind of thick. You don't want those like small, not really curved racks on a white-tailed deer, because you're almost guaranteed that that's not going to score anything high. That's maybe going to be a low gold, and maybe like at best it's going to be a high silver most of the time. Obviously there are exceptions, but for the majority of the time, that is going to be what you're most likely going to see. But yeah, it seemed like we didn't hit this white-tailed deer, so I'm pretty sure that, yeah, no, there does not seem to be any blood around here anywhere, so missed the opportunity of that one. But what this basically means, everyone is always trying to get a diamond or a rare. I talked about this in my previous video as well. I explained how you can get more of these diamonds and rares with pure math, and the basics of it are basically the more animals you kill, the higher your chances are. But what you always want to keep in mind as a beginner is if you see one of these like max level animals, maybe keep it, don't shoot it straight away, because in the future you might really want that diamond once you're leveled up more and you're more in that stage of the game where you are less grinding for XP and weapon score, but are playing it more to get stuff for your trophy lodges. I'm just saying this now because I feel like at this point I can throw this into the video and people will actually understand what I'm talking about and not overwhelm you guys with all the information. Of course, with that also comes now that you are going to be selective and learning a bit more about the animals, so that you find out that the max weight estimate for white-tailed deer, for example, is 85 to 100 kilos, or that for a black-tailed deer the max weight track would be 81 to 95 kilograms, so that you're tracking something really good there. Or that for a moose it's 545 to 620 kilograms. Obviously for pounds it's going to be a little bit different. It's going to be 2.2 whatever I'm saying right now, but you guys can figure that out, and there's a whole Google Sheets just dedicated to this whole topic as well, in terms of max score, minimum score, and things like that. Oh, and we have some rosewood elk around here, but I'm just rambling on here a little bit. But I hope you guys understand the basic principle I'm talking about these kind of medals, as it took me a while at the beginning to try and understand it, and I was thinking quite a bit on how to explain this. I wanted to do this a little bit later in the series, but since our audio was deleted, I thought today might be a good day to try and throw this in here, and hopefully you guys understand it. If not, you guys might have to come back to this video and you'll understand it at that point. But I think most people at this point in the game should understand what that means, as you've probably killed quite a few animals up to this point and have seen all the different levels and could have guessed that there is a difference between a level 1 and a level 4. And well, right over here we have ourselves some black-tailed deer just drinking, and I am purposefully crouching just because we don't have any of the perks that make us quieter. But level 3, so he's maybe gonna be able to score gold, but let's look how far he actually is. So he's about 180 out. I want to maybe potentially try and get both of those, but he's the main target just because he's standing so nice and broadside. And I think once we get to this bush over here, we're gonna try and take a shot on him. I might feel confident enough with the 243 to take both, but it just depends how well we can hit this first shot. And it seemed like it was pretty good, and we dropped the second one, so we got a nice hard shot on him. I did see some other black-tailed deer back there over there, so I want to quickly see if we can maybe get one of those as well, just so we can get some more weapon score as well. And he's actually standing nice and broadside, so I feel like that should be a makeable shot. Let's just make sure we don't aim too high, and let's just see if he's gonna go down or run. And I don't see, oh, he's actually, is that him? Let's try and get our binoculars out. I'm not sure if that's our black-tailed deer. Yeah, it is. And there, you guys just saw the health drop again as well, but he is gonna slowly die over time now. I might try and put a far shot into him, but I don't think we're actually going to be able to hit that. But let me pick these guys up, track him down up there, and then see where we're at with rifle score, because I want to keep a little bit left for next video and maybe do a little bit off camera as well. But our main lecture, I guess is what I'm saying, for this video is over. Now we're just gonna go for some more fun. And oh, there's some more black-tailed deer right over there. Surprised they didn't hear me, because the other things from earlier spooked super quickly. But I want to try and show you guys one more time not the tent, how this actually works. So let's quickly spot him and just try and get a shot off into him. And we weren't fast enough, but that's gonna be okay. We got two of them done. So let me go track those guys down. I know I've said this a couple of times, but we keep finding more animals, and hopefully all of them died. But it doesn't seem like... Oh, he just died up there, so let's mark him. Or was that where we spotted the other ones as well? I am not sure. I don't think that one that we shot in between died yet, but I might be wrong. And here's the one we shot in the heart, I think. Let's just have a look. So level 3, just the silver, but here you guys can see, here are the requirements. You can always see this at the trophy rating. So they need to be a silver, they need to be a 76.9. For gold, they need 134.4. And for diamond, they would need 177.5. Ours is 118, so he's between that silver and gold rating, so he's obviously going to score silver. But we got a very nice hard shot and a weapon score of 50, so that's pretty cool. Now let's look where our other one ran. I'm 90% sure that he is going to be down like right behind this hill or right over here, because even with a single lung hit, they should not run too far, and it's a medium bleed rate, so I don't think he ran far. Unless, by the way, while we're here with the water, I just want to explain that if an animal dies in the water, it will travel to where you shot it. Like, so let's say he ran in the water over there, he's not gonna be traveling through the water to where he died, like where you shot him, but from the point where you originally took the shot. So he would be traveling to like somewhere around back there, but I don't see him, so he probably is not gonna have died in the water and is gonna be somewhere behind this water edge. But I just wanted to quickly bring that up, so if you are ever looking for an animal you shot and it died near water, it might be that it's floating around somewhere in the water. And here's that blacktail deer that we were just looking for. Just got a left lung hit. Obviously we don't have enough penetration yet with this weapon, but soon enough we are going to be able to almost drop shot these guys. So even with a double lung hit, they will fall down with most weapons that are a bit more powerful, like the 7mm, the 30-06, the M1 Grand, the 270 I think as well. But that one blacktail deer we shot in the middle didn't seem to have died, so let's just look at the second two that we shot at the end here. Now, while we are tracking these guys, I want to show you guys a tip that I showed for the hunting the rabbits, as they sometimes can be hard to spot where you shot them. But if you go under system, under settings, game, and track effects and turn them off, the only thing you will see on the ground are the highlights of the animals. So like that, you can easily see where your downed animals are once you know in the area where they would have died. So with rabbits it's easy, because wherever you shoot them, they're gonna die, even with the weakest gun in the game. That is going to happen. The same thing is for the mallards as well. But here is our second one. We just got 40.4 rifle score on him. Still pretty good though. And like I said, really try and go for those rabbits. It's really easy and like beginner friendly, plus it really helps your aim because it's a much smaller target. And here's our second one. We got even less for him, even though we almost got the same shot, but still 181 XP and another level up. But before we talk about that, we also talked about points of interests, and if you inspect these, you get a little like screen where it gives you a little bit of information sometimes about the area. It might just talk about whatever you just inspected. For example, this one over here, that is along the path that we traveled in the original video of this one, so the one that where there's no audio. It basically tells you kind of what's around here and what kind of food would have been here, and it's sometimes interesting to read. But obviously if it talks about need zones, I wouldn't always trust it 100%, because all those entries are from 3 years ago when this game was created, and obviously the need zones have shifted over time. But we just got a level up and we have another skill point, and we are actually going to invest this in the second one. So now we can actually see the estimated trophy rating and weight of the animal. So now we can actually guess and see where around the animal would score, so we can have a better estimate of if it's a gold or if it's a silver or even if it's a diamond, so that we can just know where it would land. And we can also see its weight, which also helps sometimes with what kind of rack or what size the animal is, especially if there's something like a puma, a coyote, a black bear, something that doesn't have any antlers, because then the weight has a much bigger role in determining its score. But before we end this video, let me go over here to this outpost, unlock that as well, so we can start next video back here. And while we go over here, let me actually look how far we managed to get today in terms of rifle score. So we got around 200 rifle score in this video, and we leveled up, and we're actually now we're still 1,300 away from the next level, but still, I'm gonna do a little bit of grinding offline, like I said. Remember to comment down below what reserve you want to see, and if you enjoyed this video, please do make sure to hit that like button, as it really helps our channel out, and you guys have been killing it lately, and we've been averaging quite a good number of likes compared to views, so that's really nice. Really, thank you. And of course, if you're new around here, please make sure to hit that subscribe button, as it really does help me out as well. Plus, hit the bell icon so you're always notified when I upload new content like this. And with that being said, I'm just gonna lock this outpost. We're gonna hunt these animals next episode. Have a good day, bye bye, and peace.